Former officers on trial. Jury selection begins as 3 men face federal charges in the death of Tyre Nichols. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. It's been over a year and a half since Nichols was beaten by 5 Memphis police officers on his way home from Shelby Farms. After a pair of plea deals, only 3 of those suspects are fighting the Fed's case tonight. Our April Thompson is live downtown where dozens of potential jurors gathered today along with the Nichols family, the suspects, and their attorneys. April, fill us in on what happened in court today.
Stephanie, day 1 of jury selection, and it looks like this jury selection process is going to take time. They have 200 potential jurors, and they have to get it down to 12. So obviously they're going to strike some of those jurors, and we're told they have already done so. Some of the jurors expressing concerns. How are they supposed to forget that video that so many of us have seen of Tyre Nichols being beaten? And that is a big question for a lot of the jurors that they have. Once this process ends, then it's on to opening statements. So what can we expect over the next 3 to 4 weeks that this case is expected to last? We talked to attorneys, not the ones representing this federal case, but the ones who represent Tyre Nichols' family. 5 former Memphis police officers face charges in the beating death of Tyre Nichols. But at this first trial in federal court, only 3 will be going before a judge and jury. After Desmond Mills Jr. and Emmett Martin took guilty pleas in the case, that leaves Tadarius Bean, Justin Smith, and Demetrius Haley to stand trial. WRAG talked with attorneys Ben Crump and Tony Ramanucci, who represent the family of Tyre Nichols, as they prepare for federal prosecutors to put on their case in court, starting with selecting the jury to decide this case.
You're going to have people that have opinions about this case, and how deep those opinions go will depend on how fast jury selection goes.
We have video evidence, visual proof of what happened. I don't think it's a very complicated trial at all.
After Emmett Martin, the second officer in the case, changed his plea and admitted his guilt, Tyre Nichols' parents hope the remaining 3 officers would do the same.
Look in the mirror and see and look at themselves and find and say that they're guilty.
Attorneys say it can still happen.
Nobody wants to see a loved one get beat to death by the police. Over and over and over again, they will have to show that video in the trial. And so they should plea.
And as Tyre Nichols supporters have constantly called for justice for Tyre.
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 We asked if a plea deal is getting justice.
Full justice obviously would be if Tyre was sitting next to his mom and dad, but it's only partial justice, and it only gives the family some accountability for what's happened.
He says the family will accept a guilty plea if the sentence the officers get is commensurate with the crime they committed. But what you may see is these officers testifying against each other. Both Mills and Martin admitted to striking Nichols during the beating January 2023, not providing him medical aid and making false statements about his arrest and their use of force. Mills and Martin are expected to take the stand.
When those 2 defendants take the stand, they don't know what they're going to say. They may change their minds after they hear that testimony. And we're all going to be listening very, very closely to what's going to be said.
They either going to try to point fingers and say, it was mostly them, not me, which is them turning on each other, or they are going to have to say, we were following our training.
This federal civil case is just round 1. There's also a criminal case that still has to be played out. And the Nichols family has a $500 million lawsuit against Memphis police and the city. Ben Crump believes the officers who pled in the federal trial will also plead in the state criminal trial. And any convictions on the federal side will have a great impact on what happens in the state's criminal case.
Convictions here, they're punishable by lots of years in prison, even up to life. So the state then will have very important decisions whether they want to risk another trial or just try and fold their case into this federal trial that's happening right now.
And we will see how this case plays out. Jury selection is expected to take a couple of days, which means we could have opening statements later this week. Reporting live for your news leader in Memphis, April Thompson, WRAG News Channel 3.
All right, a lot of people watching this trial. Stay tuned. April, thanks.